纳迪叶为什么会写你的名字？在7000多年前的古老的棕榈叶上面，为什么会写着寻求者的名字、父母的名字、孩子的名字，或者一些更私密的信息，例如你的前任。Maharishi， 古代的大圣人很清楚，如果没有这些证据，我们的自我是不会相信这片叶子就是专门为我自己写的。因为我们是人，我们需要证据，所以他们特意用这些信息像密码一样的形式刻在棕榈叶子的上面。当读者一条一条的读叶子的信息，在你不断的说是或者突然间听到你的名字 Austin， 那一刻你会相信这一片叶子是我的。这不是为了炫耀，这是为了帮助我们放下怀疑，去接受这片叶子，去接受这一份古老的指引。以下要说一说配对的过程是怎么样子。在说配对过程之前，要说一个非常重要的一点，就是 Dr.Q 非常郑重的提示大家，网上或者甚至你在印度当地有90% 以上的阅读者，或者他说他家里有那些叶子，都是假的。所以请大家小心，也请大家慎重的去看一看它是真还是假的。因为你的信息在互联网上面，别人只需要拿到你一些信息，给一点钱就可以知道你一些资料，所以小心一点。配对的过程是怎么进行的？读者不会问你任何问题，他会直接读叶子上面的一些符号，读给你听。如果你已经结婚了，你只要回答是或者不是，没有其他的回复，只回答 yes or no， 是不是，就这么简单。或者阅读者会读叶子的信息，你有2个孩子，你有一个男孩子，你有2段婚姻，如果你当下正在办离婚的手续，但是你已经结婚了，所以你的答案还是 yes， 是的。当阅读者读到某一条你说不是的时候，他就会拿开这个叶子，再拿下一个叶子，然后继续阅读，去查哪个叶子是你的。因为他拿一个 bundle 一叠的叶子出来，里面大约有108，所以这个不是就下一个，只回答 yes or no， 就这么简单。还有，如果你当时不确认应该回答是还是不是，请你回答是，因为他会在下一层更加仔细的去确认这个叶子是你还是不是你。在整个阅读的过程中是没有电脑，没有其他人提供信息。Dr.Q 这个 Palm Leaf Institute， 它美国有一个工作室，印度有一个工作室，是分开的。那边的读者不会知道美国这边办公室的任何资料，那边的读者只有你的指纹 That's it， 它只有你的指纹，没有任何的资料。当读者找到你的叶子，关于你的所有的信息都会在一叠的叶子上面，然后一叶子一叶子，每一条问题的去寻找你的叶子，这样才能保证100%真实和公正。找到你的纳迪叶子后，解读是为了什么？是为了指引，而不是固定的命运。一旦匹配成功，找到你的叶子，恭喜你。然后解读者会拿你那张叶子全方面的帮你解读。解读不是把你的命运刻在石头上面的宿命，它只是一份指引，一个天气预报，一张属于你的人生蓝图。为什么这么说？我们每一个人都有自由意识，都有我们的选择权。如果一切都是已经注定好了，那我们不是像一个木偶，牵着线的木偶。那我们来地球干嘛？地球就是一个修行的地方。如果没有自由意识，我们完全不需要投胎来地球。解读只会告诉你可能的人生轨迹，而不是一定的人生轨迹。这一点很重要，它以2到3年为一个阶段，从你拿到你那份解读开始，一直到叶子上面没有任何信息。补充一点，就是如果你这叶子说到60几岁就没有了，不是说60几岁你就离开地球，不是这个意思。Dr.Q 分享了他一个朋友在20年前已经开始在印度读他第一次的纳迪叶，当时他的年龄只去到70岁，75岁他再读第2次，然后叶子把他的岁数延长到80到90岁，还说他有很多书要写，很多旅行要去。这说明解读是可以延续的，但是也会根据你自己当下本人的每一个选择，因为每一个选择都会直接影响到你未来的行运。解读纳迪叶有3个重要的因素，第一个是你的指纹，男右女左，你的指纹要到位，要很清晰。你的指纹是永远不会变的一个部分， 它是你人生的蓝图。有一些人比较顺，有一些人会遇到很多挑战，没有好坏之分，因为它就是你自己。第二部分是解读你当下的能量状态，不是说你当天心情好不好，你当天喝了咖啡可能比较兴奋一点，然后能量就好一点，不是这个意思。这个能量周期以6个月为一个循环，所以那6个月之内你在读你的纳迪叶当下的那个能量状态，就是第二部分比较重要的。第三部分是当时行星 planetary alignment 的能量的影响，也是我们经常说的占星那一部分。叶子上面会有一些密码，说当时你在读叶子的那一刹那，上面的行星的一些引力会加持到你叶子上面。毕竟行星对我们本身是有影响的。读者会按照以上那3个重要的部分去解读你的叶子，然后去帮你看清楚未来的一些方向。应该是未来可能的方向。第5样，当阅读者读到你叶子上面说未来的一些好时期，或者未来一些不好的时期，那怎么去面对？以及解读的最终目的是，阅读者会非常真实，不会怕伤到你，他真的是一刀见血的告诉你业力，以及纳迪叶的最终目的是什么。当阅读者拿到你的叶子，很直接的把你丑陋的地方、真实的地方完全读出来。所以如果大家找到你的叶子，然后读的时候，麻烦你自己一个人，不要家人陪你，不要这样子，因为他随时会说你现在那个，他真的会这么说的。我的意思是说，他不会 sugarcoat， 不会讨好你，怕伤到你。阅读是非常直接，有什么就说什么，因为这是你的业力。阅读是帮助你看清楚你的业力。纳迪叶等于阿卡西记录是一样的，它会知道你所有的东西。你自己读的时候，真的自己一个人就好了，不要别人参与。属于你的信息应该给你的。纳迪叶那个时候是找你，不是找你的家人，不是找你的男朋友，不是找你的女朋友，这个信息是给你的。如果是好时期，他会告诉你，你29、30遇到你的爱人，然后结婚，你会创业，你会写书，然后挣哪一类型的钱，他都会告诉你，那这样子太棒了。但是他告诉你天气预报，你还是要去做。如果叫你去写书，叫你去创业，你还要去登记你的公司名字，还要去写。书本不会从39岁、29岁突然间从上面掉下来。OK， 书本已经为你写好了，你直接去出版吧。另一方面，如果阅读看到你的坏时期，千万不要害怕，它让你提前看到你人生的一些坎，或者有一些关要过，有一些劫难要过，这是个好事情，要去拥抱它。我不是在诅咒你们，只是说起码你知道那个卡在哪里。放心的是，你看到你叶子上面有一些不好的行运，叶子最后它最厉害的一个功能就是它会写方给你怎么去解。这一般都会按照你几百年前、几千年前某一世的一些感情，特别是家族业力。上辈子是一个超级大渣男，你前几辈子是超级大渣女，为什么你这辈子有那么多情关要过？这一集的最后一点，然后大家可以看我跟 Dr.Q 的继续一些对话。然后最重要的一点是，解读不是为了说你是一个很重要的人。有很多人新时代运动光之工作者都很喜欢有那一个光环，你被选中了，你是天选之人，你很特别，有一个光环在你那里。不是这样子，而是帮你创造更好的人生轨迹，和怎么去帮你和你自己内心深处那个灵魂去融合一致，做有意义的事情，最终帮你更顺利的走向解脱，走向 moksha 皈依得道，脱离六道轮回， whatever you want to call it 都是一样。最后想说的是，我们每一个人都非常特别，关键在我们如何利用这一份古老的智慧去帮助我们走更顺利的人生轨迹。再提醒一次，你要找到真的阅读者，真的纳迪叶的阅读者，因为有很多是假的。我那个时候也研究了7、8年的时候才要去找 Dr.Q， 有缘分找到 Dr.Q。 Dr.Q 也分享了他当年浪费了很多金钱时间，还创立了今天他们的 Palm Leaf Institute。 所以我的意思是，不一定要找 Palm Leaf Institute Dr.Q， 但是一定要找到真的阅读者。下期见。
And only a skilled, educated reader can decode it correctly and give you an authentic reading. Regrettably, whoever ever wants to go to India and have an in-person reading, it's a bit of a warning here. Sad but true, 80%, the vast majority is fake. You need to know exactly where you go to find an authentic reader. I'm just telling you this because I've been dealing with this for a long, long time, and we spend a lot of energy and time to find the real ones so that you get an authentic reading. So based on these complex things that I just told you, how a leaf is written, the reader would need to decode it to find your name on it. So the ultimate aim, and again, put your thinking cap, your historical glasses on and go back 2,000 years ago. It's all about ego. The Maharishi said, how can we convince the ego to accept it's their leaf? If there were no ego, you would just accept the message. But no, we're humans and we need proof. So the Maharishis wrote on the leaf in code the name of the seeker. Not only the name of the seeker, in your case, Austin, but also the parents' names. Also your date of birth. Also, in many cases, your partner, wife, husband, or deceased wife, husband, or ex-wife, husband. I've moderated many, many readings, and I've had people been married and remarried 5-6 times, and all of a sudden their third ex-husband shows up with a name. They're like, oh my God, how can that be? I divorced the old man to never hear back from him, and yet he's on my leaf. So that's important for you to know. These things can be written, how many siblings you have, children. So in short, it's meant to help you embrace the fact that your leaf was found. That's the wow moment, really. It's written in a dead language, and I'm pretty sure, Austin, when you think back how you felt, it was a magical moment. For me too, absolutely. How can a reader identify all of that on your leaf when it's not written as a book? The name of the seeker is, his or her mother's name is, it's not like that at all. So he needs to dig into the leaf and decode it in the right direction. So he will open up the book, look at the first leaf, and then read out the most important message that catches his eye on that leaf. For example, you're married. Matching, by the way, reflects your current reality that you're in. So if you are married at the time of the matching, you will say yes, because the leaf is written for soul who is married at the time. If you're not married, you say no. If you say no, then it's not your leaf. He flips over and goes to the next leaf. But if you say yes, he stays on the leaf and goes deeper. You have 2 children. If you say yes, he goes deeper. 1 son, 1 daughter. Yes, he goes deeper. This is how it works. If you say no, well, that's not you. It's a different soul. He flips over to the next. So the only answers to statements, these are not questions, they're statements. Statements read out to you would be yes, no, right, wrong, correct, or incorrect. You do not need to give any more information than that. Yes or no. That's it. Very simple. As an example, let's say, again, it says you are married, and you say, yes, I'm married, but I'm going through divorce. That's irrelevant. To the reader, that's completely irrelevant. So only yes or no. That's it. No gray area, right? And when you're in doubt, because it can be, there might be statements you're not quite sure. When in doubt, you always say yes, because then the next statement will clarify it. It's going to be a strong yes or a strong no. When in doubt, just say yes, and then you will find out later. Cool, so that's how it works. And then in the end, when your leaf is found, all the statements, you will say yes, 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 and boom, all of a sudden, dam, badam, 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 Austin. Your name is Austin. Oh my God, wow. Bam, badam, badam, I do not know what your mother's name or father's name are. You will say yes. You are born on, I don't know, February 10th, 1985. Yes. Then that's a match. They found your leaf. And my friends, the skeptical ones, I understand everyone's skeptical. Rest assured, there is no computer involved. If you think you get hacked somehow, then don't do it. I do not have the energy or the money to hack everyone who signs up for a reading. We have a Western office, we're based in the United States, but the staff is everywhere. And me, by the way, personally, now today, as I'm talking to you, I'm in Budapest. I live in Budapest, capital city of Hungary. But my office, the institute, everything is in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm flying there tomorrow. But wherever I am. Wherever the moderators are, we've got moderators in South Africa and Europe, and they're everywhere. And the Indian team is in India, of course. So trust me, we separate the Indian office from the Western office. So when you sign up, of course, my ladies in the office know that it's Austin who signed up for it and pays for it. But the information is not shared with the reader. All that the reader gets is this. That's it. He does not need to know anything else. He's not even interested in it. Everything else will be revealed during the matching, okay? So that's to clarify things. So then matching happened. Congratulations, we found your leaf. And then comes the reading. The reading, allow me to maybe reiterate one more time, the reading is meant as a guideline, as a compass, as a blueprint for your life. No one's life is set in stone or set on a palm leaf. It cannot. If it were, then you and I, Austin, and everyone else would just be mere puppets. But we have free will and choice. It's very important, super important actually. We have free will and choice. Every day we make decisions, every day. Most of them subconsciously. Coffee or tea, wear these pants or these shoes and turn left or turn right. But we still have a choice. We do. Do I speed when I drive or do I go as the speed limit suggests? We have a choice. So all the reading can do is show you the water, a possible life trajectory, not a certain life trajectory. No, a possible one. When I had my reading, I didn't have a guide like you have in me now, who spent his life trying to understand this. I went in it as a novice, naive, eager to learn, but there was no one holding my hand and explaining things to me. But intuitively, because I've done a lot of healing work in my lifetime, I understood that's a guideline. It cannot be set in stone. If it were, then why are we here at all? Then we'd be all already angels with wings and a halo, and would be in moksha and not in a physical form. So I realized it's a guideline. And the guideline comes in increments of 2-3 years. So it starts with the moment you get the reading until there's no more writing on the leaf. And the no more writing on the leaf does not mean the end of your life. It's just the end of the message for this time that you received the message for. If you have several readings, and I'm happy to share Reverend Bill McDonald, who lives in Elk Grove, which is near Sacramento. It's close to where you are because I think you're up in San Francisco area. He's a big supporter of our cause, and he's a public speaker, and he's 80 years old, he's a reverend. Super nice guy. You can Google him if you want to, a big YouTube channel. He had 2 readings, one 20 years ago when he was living in an ashram in India. And I don't remember exactly when, but maybe 5-6 years ago, that's how we met. He had a reading with us, through us. In the first reading, in the ashram when he was in India, the reading ended at 70. That was the only message until 70. When he had his second reading, he was like 74, 75 years old with us. And then his second reading, again, built on the first reading, he propelled him into 80, late 80s, 90. Many more years to come, and many more books to write, a lot more travel to do. So he had now guideline for the final 15 some years of his life. If he has another reading, maybe he might live longer or shorter, depending on how he cares of himself, takes care of himself. If you drink a lot, if you smoke, then of course you are abusing your body, then you might shorten your life. It's only a snapshot from the moment you get the reading. So the reading is based on 3 aspects, 3. Number 1 is your thumbprint category type, which we explain in the reading to you in detail. We explain it to you too, Austin, so you know the meaning of your thumbprint category type. That's the only part of the reading that you cannot change. It just is. It's neither good nor bad, it just is. Some thumbprint category types are easier, and some are a little tougher, which means more challenges. Either way, it's you. It's like your baseline, your red thread through life, your genetic imprint. Neither good nor bad, it just is. And when you're old enough, like mature enough, you can look back when your thumbprint category type is explained to you, and then you understand why certain things have been the way they were. It's in your thumbprint already. So the secret in all of this lies in your thumbprint. The other 2 parts of your reading change all the time. So number 1, your thumbprint never changes. It stays the same. 2, your energies at the time of the reading, not your mood. If you had the morning coffee yet when you have your reading or not, makes no difference. It's your mood. I'm talking about energies. And the energies, according to our system, change every 6 months. So you can be in an energetic cycle where there is no message for you, or you could be in an energetic cycle where there is a message for you, for example. So energies are constantly changing every 6 months, complete change. And last but not least, number 3, the planets, because they have an impact on us. The planetary constellation. This is why we call it also Nadi astrology. There are symbols on the leaf that refer to the planetary constellation at the time of your reading. They have an impact on us, and they change all the time too. So based on these 3 aspects, the reader looks at the leaf, decodes it and says, Austin, come here, be next to me, let's look at the leaf, and together we're going to look into the future and see how it's decoded based on these 3 aspects. Do you like it? Beautiful. Do something to make it reality. You don't like it, that means you're off course, there are blocks. We'll give you homework to fix it. That's the beauty of it. So a reading is a guideline, not to be taken verbatim. It's a raw reading. Quite a few people have a hard time embracing that. A reading is not meant to make you feel special or chosen. That's not the right approach. A reading is meant to help you create a better life trajectory for yourself, stay on course, and be in alignment with your deeper energies so that you can do good things and reach moksha. That's what a reading is for. It's raw. It gives you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, if it's good, your reading was not so long ago. If it was good, that means a time period that is positive for X, whatever the X might be. Write a book, find a partner, move, expand your business, change jobs, whatever it might be. To me, making my life better was not to be in the hospital anymore. No more needles up my vein, no more tubes down my throat. I've been in hospital many times, To not have a needle, and I've had 1,000 needles minimum. You cannot imagine, 1,000 needles up my veins, minimum. Not injections, that's several thousand injections, but actual needles in my veins. My entire right arm cannot be used anymore because chemotherapy destroyed it. To me, that's pretty simple. To other people, it is, I want to find a partner, I want to have a child, or whatever it might be. It's all good. There is no good or bad. But if it says it's a good period, let's say 38 to 40, because it comes in increments of years, 2-3 year increments. In the future, it says, when you're 38 or 40, you can publish a book. That's great news. But you still have to write it and publish it. It is not written by itself. They can only show you the water. That's a good time period to do X. If you don't do anything, then don't expect that something will happen. Right? It's very important. You've got free will and choice. So that's the good part. If it's bad or ugly, embrace it with all your heart, because that means a block is identified. The block was in your life already before. You might not have been aware of it. It could be a karmic block, planetary block, family block, generational block, who knows, a block. And the block then manifests itself in bad jobs, bad relationships, bad health, or health challenges in the future, or money challenges in the future. It's just the manifestation of it. The reader will tell you, these are the blocks. Unfiltered. Again, do not enter a reading thinking you're special chosen, because we're all special and chosen. It's what we do with a gift called life. That makes us special.